Okay, so how should we start this off? Well, for starters, this is going to be a new series in the channel where I will be giving a mini story time, essentially, every Saturdays. I'm going to be calling it Storytime Saturdays, where I would be telling you a small story of some chaotic moments within my life to help you guys know me a bit better, or maybe even just to make you laugh, honestly. But yeah, I've been thinking about this, and I feel like why not? I mean, that and I also haven't posted a video because lately I've been streaming a lot, and I'm not gonna lie. I may have been a little lazy. I do have some previous videos that I had recorded, even since last year, but I never got to them because I was lazy. But that's besides the point. Today's story will begin at my current job. Obviously, uh, now that I'm a 16-year-old, then it was about time I would be getting a job, which I guess wasn't necessarily the best option for me right then and there because I'm not gonna say I have anger issues, but I do get a bit upset pretty quick, let's just say. And so the first thing I knew that I would have to deal with as a cashier at a freaking supermarket would be that I would have to deal with Karens and Carls. Now, this particular story will involve the Karen that I've had to deal with today. Like, actually today. I don't know if, wait, honestly, I don't know if this video will be even up by today. Maybe even by tomorrow. But, that's besides the point. Essentially, this whole scenario started where I was at Register 2, which was also the express lane. And if you have been to a supermarket or any form of like grocery store, you would see essentially one or two registers being kind of like an express one for people who only have 15 items or less. Or maybe the amount is different in different areas, I don't really know, but over here in my job, it's about 15 items. And so I was put there. I honestly didn't think it was that much of a big deal because, I don't have to deal with the big ass shopping carts. Not gonna lie, your boy's kinda lazy. I don't like freaking scanning every single item that these bitches have. Acting like they haven't been in a fucking store in the past year. Like, how is that possible? Also, don't mind the shit gameplay. I'm sorry about that. But, essentially, I was waiting there for customers. Eventually, a big ass line started growing, and in one of them came this Karen looking woman. I've seen many Karen looking girls, and I didn't really say anything because, don't judge a book by its cover. But this one, oh shit, she takes the cake. Not only did she get pissed when I asked her if she had 15 items or less, and then she got all moody and shit, telling me, I have 18, it's not even a lot, and there's not a lot of people behind me and shit. I'm like, okay, jeez, you don't gotta give me attitude. Obviously, I couldn't say that because, work. But, eventually, I was like, God, this is gonna be a drag. I know exactly where this is gonna lead to, and I ring up her shit as fast as I could, just so I could get her the fuck away from me, because I'm not in the mood to deal with her shit, especially because before I got moved to Register 2, I was put into Register 6, and Register 6 has the most broken fucking scale of my life. I'm talking, that shit made me so mad, I was about to punch the fucking computer. If it wasn't because a customer told me to take a breath, I probably would have punched the shit out of that computer, not gonna lie. But essentially, I was still a little pissed about that, and I wasn't in the mood to deal with no Karen's bullshit. So I was just telling her, "You don't have to be rude, ma'am. This, and that. All the shit that you would an employee would usually say just to let the customer know they're being a fucking ass. But she didn't take it well. Obviously, being a Karen, she asked for my name as the first thing, telling me that she's gonna speak to my manager. Like, bitch, the motherfucker's not gonna do shit after I did my job. Like, the express lane is an express lane for a reason, bitch. And I wouldn't mind those 3 items if you didn't get all moody and shit. If it wasn't because you got all moody, I probably would have taken you in. I wouldn't care. Because, I mean, it's my job. I'm like pretty chill about that kind of stuff. But then, obviously, she had to be all extra, so then she's like, I don't want these items because you are being very disrespectful, asking me if I have 15 items or less. So here, I don't want these stuff. Now I'm like, bruh. I'm like, oh hell no, this bitch ain't about to make a scene. So then, she asked for my name. Obviously, since I don't have anything to lose, I gave her my name without a problem. And then she's like, the name of the cashier pops up in the receipt, right? I'm like, yeah. And I was still smiling. Because I couldn't take this bitch serious at all. Like, she's making a whole ass scene for no fucking reason. Over some shit that was so little. And so then, she's like, what's your name, Danny or Daniel? I'm like, it's Daniel. And I was literally wearing my name tag and she still thought I was capping off my ass. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I know you're stupid, but I didn't know you were that stupid. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I was just like, yeah, it's Daniel. And she's like, your manager will be hearing from me. And then I'm like, he ain't even here, bro. Like, in my head, I was telling myself, this bitch is crazy. And so I'm like, okay. And then she walked away. As bitchy as she was. And then she went to my supervisors, being all extra and shit, telling them how I was being a rude employee or some shit. And then I was like, nothing worse than a cranky frog. So then I start scanning everyone else's shit, and then my supervisor comes to me, and I already knew what it was gonna be about. And she's like, Daniel? And I'm like, yeah? She's like, don't be dealing with these bitches bullshit. And I'm like, I know. I mean, like, I'm just doing my job, like, and she was like, yeah, we get it. Like, don't worry about it. It was just a rude customer. And so I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And so after that, I just did what I usually do once I'm done with my shift. I counted my drawer, like wrote up how much money I got eventually. Shit, I almost got 1,000. Yeah, that's beside the point. But yeah, pretty much after that, I said bye to my friends, my coworkers, and then I just headed home without a problem. Of course, I was still a little bit upset about what happened, so I couldn't really enjoy my walkout because today the weather here, at least where I live, it was really nice, very warm, enough to make a barbecue. But I was walking home, then eventually I realized that, hey, it's a Karen. A Karen's gonna do what a Karen's gonna do. Lesson of the day is when you realize that you're not in the wrong, there is no need for you to get all upset or try to make up an argument against people who are just doing it just to get people upset. But anyways, that concludes this story time for this Saturday, also known as the first episode. And so, I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out, and see ya in the next video. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't have an outro, so Fuck y'all.